Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tower TV.
It's been a while since our last episode. When was that, last year?
Yeah, break was too short for me, even if we got like 5 extra snow days.
Well, at least clubs can pick up where they left off.
Speaking of clubs, here's Izzy and Carly with the scoop on the Women of STEM Club.
Here at East, the Women of STEM Club encourages girls to participate and succeed in the STEM field. We decided to see what it's all about.
So we started the club out of a hope to create an opportunity for students here at East High School to have another way to engage in STEM fields. We also, like we talked about it, we felt like that there wasn't necessarily as many opportunities for women to engage in those STEM fields, and not that our club is exclusively only for those that identify as female to join the club, but we still feel like it's an important focus.
I guess I really wanted to help advise this club because I also wanted to learn more about just women in STEM, and I think that I've learned a lot from the members of the club because they do a lot of like presentations. They sometimes bring up articles, and I feel like it's definitely been a learning experience for me as well, and I am really, really happy that I did.
We also talked to some of the club members about why they joined and what they do in the club.
I joined because I've always been really interested in STEM, in math, and in science, and I've never really had a chance to go more in depth and look at those fields, and especially to look at how women are represented in those fields. I haven't really had a lot of female role models in the STEM field.
So generally in the club we have we have a few things going on. So we have students give presentations on certain topics, so on like things related to things that maybe they're learning in class, or topics they find interesting, or current events in STEM areas. Other than that, I think we kind of like try to plan activities around the school sometimes, get people from like younger students involved.
We also do hands-on stuff during the club time as well. And then for community outreach, we also, one of our missions is to help younger women and other people feel included in the STEM field as well. So we've been doing, like going to the Goodman Community Center and helping run like a science club there and trying to get them involved in the STEM field as a whole. If you would like to buy one of our nifty Women of STEM Club t-shirts, please see Mr. Arnold in room 3003 or Mr. Young in room 3060.
Join Women of STEM Club for some amazing opportunities or help contribute by purchasing a club t-shirt. Signing off for Tower TV, this is Izzy and Carly.
Well, that sure sounds like a cool club to join.
Yeah, you know what else is cool? Some of the teachers here at East. Here's Bridget and Lane with a feature on Senor Josart.
We talked to Mr. Josart, a language teacher here at East, about his study abroad experiences and his path to becoming a teacher at East.
I first started here as a replacement teacher for someone on maternity leave, and they thought that I spoke Spanish at that time, and they wanted to hire me to continue to teach Spanish. And finally, over the course of 5 or 6 or maybe 8 years, got my emergency license to teach turned into an actual license. So I am officially a teacher here. I was not ever good at languages when I was a kid. As a student, I was a terrible language student. I got C's and B's for most of the time that I was taking French, but I like to read. I got a PhD in French literature, 19th century literature of viewing, how people look at each other and how that's represented in novels and short stories at the time. I studied abroad when I was in college in a place called Rennes in Bretagne in France, and I loved it. That made me decide to want to continue to study. So I started to read in French, and then I went to France. I think over the course of my life, I've spent about 2 years in France.
After finding out about his travels to France, we learned much more than we expected.
I used to be a Division I rower for the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, and I'm currently in a country band here in Madison where I play the accordion and sing. I am both doctor and reverend. I have I'm a certified reverend of the Church of I can't remember. I got it online. Hey, I'm your reverend. I'm here to teach you French, maybe Spanish. You don't know. I don't know. Maybe we should just pray. But so many other teachers have so many wonderful talents that make them special people. So ask them about it, and you'll find out a lot more than you wanted to know.
You heard it here. Talk to your teachers to find out more about them. Signing off for Tower TV, this is Bridget and Lane.
Wow, Senior Josart is one cool guy.
Who knew teachers had lives outside of school?
You know what else teachers are good at?
No, what?
Trivia. Here's Tate, Tyler, and James with an interesting take on trivia.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Tower TV Takes on Sports. I'm your host, Jim Pop. Today we will be hosting a trivia-based game. Our two teams are ready to go, so let's meet Team Tower TV. I'd say those boys look back and ready to roll. Let's meet their opponent for this episode. Now that we're all set and ready to roll, let's get this started with our first question. Name a swimmer on the boys swim team who swims the 500-yard freestyle.
Liam Duffy.
That is correct. Tate and Tyler, you get a point. Now, Usman Lawton, you'll be the first to eat the chicken wing.
Oh my God!
Question number 2. Name an event swum by East alumni and Olympic gold medalist Jim Montgomery.
100 freestyle.
That is correct. Before a meet, the boys' swim team comes out of the locker room playing what instrument?
Bagpipes! No!
That is correct.
Bro, mine should have been hidden.
Question number 4 is a tricky one. Name an animal that swims.
Duck.
Please welcome special guest, Doofenshmirtz Badoinkadoink.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, it's great to be back on the show. I'll tell you what.
Doofenshmirtz, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. It really is an honor. Would you do us the honors of reading the final question?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, it'd be my pleasure. When was the last time East High School Swimming won a meet?
5 years. Hey, let's just all take one for the one time though.
All right.
I go.
If you say so.
Make it saucy, dude. Oh my!
What did you do? We just gotta go for it.
Hey, that's all. Oh no.
Oh, go. I'm not good.
Folks, it's been an honor. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Tower TV Takes on Sports. This is Doofenshmirtz Badoinkadoink, and I'm your host, Jim Pop. Thanks for watching.
Wow, they really can't handle spice.
Yeah. But on that note, let's go into some news hot off the press with the announcements.
All juniors will be taking the ACT at East on February 20th. East is offering ACT prep sessions on Saturday mornings from 9 to 11 a.m. on February 16th. The cost will be $20, or free for students in Avid or those qualifying for free or reduced lunch. If you are interested, please sign up in the main office. Space is limited, so sign up soon. A contract and cash is required to hold your seat. GSA Club meets every Thursday at lunch in room 2051. Whether you are LGBTQ+ or an ally of the community, you are welcome and encouraged to attend. Have you bought a yearbook yet? We're having 600 copies printed and have already pre-sold 520 copies of the 2018 to 2019 yearbook. Don't miss your chance to have a copy of memories that will last a lifetime. See Miss V in room 1057E or go online to order. The yearbook staff is also trying something new. We have room for 4 more pages of senior tributes in the 2019 yearbook. Usually parents of seniors are the only ones who can buy space in the senior tribute section, but now students can too. If you have a best friend, a significant other, or a crew of amazing senior captains or friends, surprise them with a tribute. Space is limited and the deadline to order a tribute and honor a senior is March 1st. See Miss V in room 1057E or send her an email if you have any questions. It's CTE month. When you're choosing your electives, look into the many wonderful electives available in the CTE department here at East. See Mr. Crutchin in room 1055 for any questions. That was a terrible joke you made before the announcements.
Yeah, but here are Max and Liam with even more bad jokes.
Did you hear the rumor about the butter? No, you didn't? Well, I'm gonna spread it.
I'm not gonna laugh at that one. That was pretty good though.
You wanna hear a joke about construction? Sure. I'm still working on it. I thought about going on an all almond diet, but that's just nuts. That was so dumb, but that was so funny.
What kind of bagel can fly?
What kind of bagel?
A plain bagel. Alright. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener. What's that Nevada city where all the dentists visit? What is it? Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Because they're dentists. Because they're dentists. Yep. When I was leaving the grocery store yesterday, pretty sure the cashier was checking me out. No. Alright.
What did the duck say to the bartender?
I don't know.
Put it on my bill.
That was a good
Great.
one.
Why did the coffee file a police report?
I don't know. It got mugged. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
I don't know.
A tire.
You know what, Carson?
Dang it! So good. That one was actually good. I got him. La Follette.
East students may be great at telling bad jokes, but you want to know what else East students are good at? Sports.
But there's more to sports than just the athletes.
Now that you mention it, Miller and I have a story on sports team managers. Many people go out and celebrate the athletes here at East, but the unsung heroes, the managers of the team, rarely get talked about. So, why did these students choose to manage a sports team?
So my dad coached my brother when he was in high school, and then my sister managed, so it's kind of just been like in the family. So like I started when my sister was still here and then just continued. It was fun.
I decided to become a manager because I wanted to still be involved with the team even after like the girls season had finished, and also because I knew some people on the team and I just wanted to like kind of still be involved and be around them.
Let's find out what kind of tasks managers have to do for their respective sports.
At practices, I mop the mats, and if they like need somebody to score like a wrestle off or something, I score that so that like they decide who's on wrestling for that weight class in the varsity team. And then at tournaments, I score their matches.
As a manager, we usually take like splits, which is like the time in between like a 50 or 100. We take splits and we help set up for the meet if it's at home. We're just kind of like an assistant to the coach, just helping them out with things.
We asked each manager what they liked the most about managing the team.
I like seeing the reactions of the wrestlers, like after they like have a hard match and they win it or something. It's fun, I guess.
I really enjoy like the two other people I do it with and like spending time with them, and also just getting to be like in a swimming atmosphere because it's fun and it's high energy, especially boys can be like really intense, so that's fun.
Even though the sport itself is challenging, the manager position can come with obstacles of its own. We also asked what each manager found most challenging about the job.
Waking up early on Saturdays, because like some of the tournaments we go to, you have to wake up super early. Not fun.
I wouldn't say there's nothing really hard. It's just going to be kind of long, especially at longer meets or like just spending like the overall time commitment, but I would say like there's nothing too hard about being a swim team manager.
Whether it's in the spec gym or in the pool, team managers have an important place on their team.
Wow, managers really get overlooked.
They sure do.
Well, many of you probably already seen this video while choosing your classes for next year.
But we added it to this episode for those who haven't seen it yet.
Here's Bailey, Rachel, and Dakari with the story on AP classes.
It's no secret that we offer a variety of AP and honor classes here at East High School, but it can be scary to sign up for a class you don't know much about. So we asked some students about their experiences in these classes to get an idea.
Have you guys taken any AP or honors classes before?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, I've taken one honors class and one AP class.
I've taken 3 AP so far.
I've taken AP Lang and AP Lit.
I've taken both AP and honors classes.
I just took honors classes.
Why did you decide to take those classes?
Well, I took psychology or AP psychology because that's my major. And then I took the history honors because my teacher thought that like I would be the right fit for like that class.
My teacher told me I should take it.
I like to be challenged and pushed.
I decided to take all honors because mostly from expectations at home. My parents have high expectations of me.
I took those classes because I wanted to push myself and try to see if I'm actually ready for this thing called college.
So did you feel at all doubtful or scared to take the classes? Like, what were your concerns going into the classes?
I know freshman year I was scared to do honors because they were like, it's going to be so much, it's going to be that. But it wasn't that bad if you actually did it. It really wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I was kind of scared of the workload and the time you got to put into it.
At first I was concerned about like having too much work to do in the class.
I would sometimes just be in class like, and I would be scared to ask like a question because I'd be like, they probably think I'm dumb. So I'd be like, yeah. But like I learned how to do it on that, but it's just like, that's how I felt when I first like did. Yeah.
I finished like the work in all my other classes, and then when the weekend came, I like put all my work like together, and I was like, I'm gonna get this done.
I started going in at lunch, started getting extra help, and talking to my AP teacher, and then I got a good grade for the class.
For some students, the workload that accompanies AP and honor classes is only a small part of what makes them challenging. It is difficult to be in a class when it is full of kids who do not look like you. Many students do not take these kinds of classes simply because they do not see themselves represented in them. In particular, African American and Hispanic students are highly underrepresented in AP and honors courses.
One of my biggest concerns was that I didn't see a lot of people in the classes that looked like me.
I remember it was like probably like 2 black people including me, like minorities, period.
Well, I was one of 2 black kids in my class, and I didn't know that I was going to pass it or not.
If I was to look around my AP class, it would not be a lot of minorities in each of my classes.
Yeah, I was just scared that like there was no like other people, like other minorities in there.
There are many capable students at East who are not currently challenging themselves by taking AP and honor courses. Here's Ms. Elmore with how to sign up and some additional information about your options.
How does someone sign up for AP classes?
To sign up for AP classes, you're going to make that selection when we're doing course scheduling, which will be coming up in February. Talk with your counselor, you'll put it on your card, and then we'll add it into Zello for you. Knowing that if you choose AP, our expectation is that you're going to stick with it, seek out supports to really be successful in that class. If students are unsure about taking AP classes, this would be a great time to talk to students that are in those classes, as well as talking with your trusted adults in the building, and of course your counselors would be great. You can also go and talk with the teachers of those AP classes and see if it seems like it's a good fit.
Now a few words of wisdom from our AP and honor students.
Put some thought into the classes you want to take. Don't take an easy route, challenge yourself. After you take honors for a while, they seem like a normal class. Like, I forgot I was in an honors class. Same, literally.
I think everyone should take an AP class because it really helps you in your future with like college applications. It just like shows like one thing above someone else, so everyone should at least try it.
I think minorities should push themselves and just don't think like just because I'm black, oh, I shouldn't be in here because I'm the only black person here. Like, no. Like, push yourself to take the classes.
Signing off for Tower TV, this is Rachel, Dakari, and Bailey.
That's all for today's episode, folks.